In this exercise, I'm going to show you a side view of an exercise that I showed you in a previous video. Now, if you want to see the other video, look at the link below and go ahead and click on over. You can sign up for my free videos and get all of them. I've got 20 in all, and they're all related around relieving back pain, lower, middle, and upper back pain, and they're a fabulous resource. What I'm using today are two props. I'm using a green sticky mat. You can pick any color you choose. If you have one already, great. If you don't, you can buy one at my website. Again, get one that has traction, that's sticky, that when you have a little bit of perspiration on your hand or your foot is not going to slip, because we use, in my courses, we use the traction of the mat rather than the padding. And you want to have it on a wooden floor or a solid surface so it's not a thick, cushy surface. It's very difficult to balance when you're on cushy surface. The other thing I have here is a yoga brick. This is a foam brick. It's a hard foam brick. Generally, I would use a wooden brick, but today what I have is a hard foam brick, and that's what I'm going to use. So soft foam brick, they're squishy. You don't want squishy surfaces. Your body has a hard time feeling secure when you're on an unstable surface. So use something hard. That's why the wooden brick I like better, because it's harder. But this is a nice hard brick. So yoga brick, again, you can get either wooden or the foam brick on my website. You can buy them at a yoga studio or various stores on the internet. So that said, I'm going to start with my feet parallel. I'm going to touch my toe and my heels together. I'm going to start in this position. Ankles, knees, and hips are lined up, raising my kneecaps. Now I'm going to turn sideways so that I can show you the side view of this exercise. So I start in the middle of my mat here. Toes together, heels together. Weight balanced evenly across the soles of my feet. The weight is centered just in front of the heel here, so just below the malleolus, right here, not in the center of the heel, not in the back of the heel, not in the front of the foot, but in the front of the heel. This is critical because when you take that point and you go all the way up, you want that to be the longest point of your body. So I start like so, and I'm going to now step my feet a wide distance apart, 4.5 to 5 feet apart, as wide as I can get them, with a little tiny bit of play. My rear foot, the forefoot, is going to angle in towards the front of the mat. So it's at about, 15, 20, 25 degree angle. The front foot, I'm going to pivot on my heel, and it's going to turn out, and it's going to be parallel to the mat. So there'll be a tendency for this rear hip to come around. I'm going to resist that because I want to make my body in this sideways plane. This quadricep, it needs to be engaged. This back quadricep as well. I lift my arms up and I take my arms out. So I've got two straight arms, two straight legs. My body is extended from the center of the body out in all directions, and I'm pushing out into my feet. So I'm not just straightening my legs, but I'm trying to rip the mat in half by pushing the feet apart. This is why you need traction with this mat. Now, I'm going to push hard into the rear heel here. Hard into the rear heel. That's going to support my spine and start to push me forward. Now the front knee wants to bend. This wants to get soft. I keep it hard. I resist that and keep it as hard as I can. That allows me to bend at the waist. I bring my hand down to my brick. Perhaps I'm on my fingertips. Perhaps I'm on my hand here. But either way, I want my two sides of my torso to be fairly straight and extended. I don't want to be curving and collapsing. Push hard into the feet. If I start to collapse, I push even harder into the 2 feet. Now I'm going to take my rear hand to my hip for a moment and turn my navel up to the ceiling as I push again out away from the center with both feet. So front foot pushes that way, back foot pushes that way. I'm trying to rip the mat in half, and I turn my navel towards the ceiling. I look up at the ceiling, I bring my top arm up, and now I'm in triangle pose. This is a great pose for releasing the sacroiliac area, releasing the lower spine, any pain in the lower spine, middle back, upper back. This is fabulous for. But you got to work the legs like 120%. You really, really have to work the legs, and the pose is absolutely in the legs and feet. Push hard. Now, to come out of this, first I want to show you really quickly where the support is. I take the brick away, and I don't move because I have support here. Now, if I take the brick away and I'm leaning on the brick really hard, I'm going to collapse over. So I've got to push my feet away from one another so I have support. Now I'm just going to use my strong legs to bring myself back up. I turn my feet forward, and I step my feet together. And there you have it. Great for relieving back pain. You do this every day. You do about 3, 4 on each side, and you're going to be feeling the effects of it. It's fabulous. And I'd like to hear your feedback. Go down to my website, Go over and sign up. You can get 20 free videos on this. It's fabulous, and I really want you to get benefit from this. So have fun with it.